So, hi, good morning, AnYes. Thank you
Good
so much
morning.
for joining me here online today.
Thank you for
Um,
having me.
Thank you. It's my pleasure, really. AnYes is a friend. She's the regional director of the Athena Central London, and she's one of the most amazing business women that you might know. And she's got a
Thank you.
passion and a mission for helping business women. Would you like to tell us a little bit more what you do?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, well, I'm definitely on a mission to help as many women as possible reach their full potential professionally and personally. In essence, because I believe that in doing so, they will become role models for more women to do the same. And that's how we women will make this world a better place. I
Mm.
strongly believe in that. So yeah, I'm a women's empowerment coach. I am known as a reinvention mentor, and what I help do is female entrepreneurs and business owners who feel stuck in their life, in their business. I help them step in the driver's seat of their life so that they can actually create the business that will sustain the life they desire. So the things that I help them with, the first thing is create the vision, have the clarity around what they want actually that life to look like. Then I help them with the mindset and the confidence to actually dare going after it, because it's beautiful to have the vision, but then of course you have that little voice that says, no,
Mm.
who do you think
Not
you are,
ready
and
yet.
etc.
Mm.
Exactly. And then as a one of my areas of expertise is personal branding. I'm a personal branding strategist. So then I help them actually create the business or revamp if it's an existing one, to turn it into a fulfilling, successful brand, but that is aligned with who they are and what is important to them. And then the last part that I then do, which is very often overlooked, is I then help them implement the systems, the tools, the work-life balance, and the self-care that will allow it to be sustainable, because otherwise they're going to recreate the rat race that they don't want anymore.
Yeah, and they won't be happy in the end. We want them to be successful and happy. So yeah.
Absolutely. And of course, successful, whatever that means to them.
Yeah. So how do you help them generally? What do you do when you're assisting your clients? I know you have a project workshop going on soon. Would you like to?
Well, yeah, the very first thing that I help them with is have that vision. So first they need to know where they are in life now, because obviously you need a starting point. You need
Mhm.
to have a look at all areas of your life and what is it that you like about it and what don't you like anymore and what is missing. And from there you start looking into, okay, what would my ideal life look like? And that's an exhilarating process, as I always say. So I do it with my clients, but also in the workshop, because in essence you have the starting point that there is a magic wand that absolutely everything is possible. What would your life look like? So you start writing it in the present tense and involving all your senses. So I always give as an example, in my vision board I had that I want to go every year to Bali for meditation, yoga retreat type of thing. So I then start writing that it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm in Bali and I have the smell of the coffee that I'm drinking, and the sun I can feel already on my arms, and I have the smell of the flowers that are in front of me. So you describe everything in full detail, involving all your senses. It's absolutely magic, absolutely magic. And then in essence what I then help them with is then they translate that into a vision board. And beforehand the preparation that I'm asked them to do is, who do you want to be, what do you want to do, what do you want to have? And then from that place, yeah, they have this gorgeous vision board, and mine is, I don't think, yes, you can probably see it there. I don't know if there's enough light. Mine is A1. It's a very big one. And so I then help them with the tools make them understand how fear is going to stand them in the way and what to do about it, because fear will stand in the way. I've give them the tools to stay connected to it. I give them the rituals that I'm using for that. But then if you leave it there and don't do anything with it, all it is a dream. So then I help them turn that into an action plan. So in order to achieve whatever part of the vision board they want to achieve, whether it's in full or the business part only or whatever, what do they need to have achieved in 3 years from now? And from there, you start breaking it down. In order to achieve that in 3 years from now, what do you need to have achieved in 1 year from now? And you break that down up to a quarter and a month and a week and a day. That's why also I've designed an empowerment planner where oh yeah, you just bought one from me.
Yes, I did.
I realize, yeah. And so again, it's the same principle, because it's the continuity, the companion book, in fact, of the work that I do is on a monthly basis. At the beginning of the month, you ask yourself, what am I going to focus on this month? Then at the beginning of the week, what do I'm focusing on this week? And the planner is called a journey of self-awareness and conscious choices. Every single day, this is not a diary. You just write down your appointments for the day and what you're going to work on that day. Only that, not the wash list that will despair you because, oh my God, there is still so much to do. But you start by setting an intention for your day. You then write down what you're grateful for, because it's a matter of raising your vibration constantly to attract more of the same to you. And then at the end of the day, I always say to my clients, you are a little Edison. You invented a lamp bulb that didn't work. How are you going to change it? So every day, look at first what worked well, because it's important that you take stock of what worked well. We always focus on what doesn't work. So what worked well, what was challenging, and what can be improved, and what did I learn? Learn as in, did I have an aha moment or whatever? If you repeat that every day, and that is only a few minutes a day, it doesn't have to take hours. You just write that down in the morning, 5 minutes, and you review it 5 minutes at the end of the day. You cannot do anything else but improve. It's the principle of progression.
It is slowly, little bit by a little bit, we evolve.
Yeah, because we have that big vision. Then, assuming you have had the vision, you have the vision. It looks so big, and you go, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. How am I going to reach that? Well, just break it down in little steps and take one step at a time, as long as it is in the right direction.
But it is important to have something visual. That's why you were recommending people to do the vision boards.
The vision board, or vision in general. Our brain gets images before it gets the meaning associated to images. So whatever we do, it's first an image that goes to our brain. So hence the importance of having something visual.
Yeah.
But your vision is not only your direction, but also your anchor to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. What's the point of doing something, as in, working, developing, whatever, if you don't know what for? But then, so that's the direction. But then the anchor is that it is so easy to get off track, because we're not normal human beings. So stuff will stand in the way. Life does stand in the way. So how do you make sure that you're anchored enough, so that actually, even if you go off track, instead of beating yourself up, you can then say, okay, how am I going on track again? And that is with that vision. That's what I have been doing when I arrived in the UK with my 2 suitcases. I had nothing, absolutely nothing. And so you can imagine that at 3 o'clock in the morning, I've had more than my share of panic attacks. But if you focus on that, on the fear, I always say that's wasted energy. We only have 100% of energy every single day. One day it's a lot, the next day it's more, whatever. It's not, it's less, but it's still 100% of what we have. So if you have those 100%, don't waste them on something that you can't help. Use them on something that you can do something about. So your vision, and what are the actions that will take you to achieving that vision.
Little bit by little bit, yeah.
Absolutely, and that's why it's also so important to take stock of what works well, because if you spend your time looking at what doesn't work well in coaching, what we say about what you focus on expands. So the more you will be looking at stuff that doesn't work, the more you will see stuff that doesn't work. But
Yeah.
the opposite is true as well, and that is much more powerful to achieve something.
Yeah, that sounds so interesting. Now, AnYes, what ways can people get in touch with you if they want to attend your workshop, or if they want to know more about you?
Well, my website is the reinventionmentor.co.uk, and then if we talk about the vision board, the vision workshop, particularly, it's on there on the workshops. The empowerment planner is there as well, but of course there's everything that I can do in terms of mentoring. And there is also, so my Facebook page is AnYes van Rhijn. So my name, AnYes VANRHIJN. And yeah, that's probably the quickest, the easiest way to find me. And then for whoever is interested, the Athena Network, of course, is also an option if you want to find out more about, because I run two businesses, in fact. So I have the Athena Network Central London, where I run those networking groups in Central London, and I have my business, which is called Successful Women Academy, where I empower women. But it's so complementary. It works hand in hand, in fact.
Yes,
So yeah. So the website for the Athena network is theathenanetwork.com/my name again, and then you find my groups there.
I will put the links in the show notes in the video here. Thank you so much, AnYes. It's been precious, and I know we could spend a lot of time talking about this, and I would love to spend a lot of time. Yeah, I'm just conscious of the time, trying to take these interviews into a limit of 10 minutes. It's just
not
a tiny
a problem.
bite of everything, although I'll just like to have a tea and spend hours talking about this topic.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much. You gave in 10 minutes, you gave so much things to think about, and I'm so grateful. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Really,
Thanks.
it's my pleasure. Take care, AnYes.
You too.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Take care. Bye.